Hello friends, my name is Fernanda, and in today's class we're going to have a progressive sequence that's going to take us towards dolphin pose. So you can expect creating quite a bit of length and strength on the sides of the body, on the core and shoulders as well. And we'll begin right away in child's pose. So go ahead and come into a wide-legged child's pose. So bring the big toes to touch, knees wide to the sides, stretch the arms forward in front of you. Take a little moment to settle into the shape as you start to breathe with a little bit more awareness. Maybe even bringing a specific intention for your practice. We're not going to be moving fast today, but we're definitely going to be moving with a lot of precision, with a lot of intention. And then just take one more breath in here. Good. Let's get started. Our first shape, it's going to be puppy pose. So start to crawl the hands a little bit further on the mat. You can bring the knees now to stack right underneath your hips. Start to hug the navel into your spine just a little bit more. And see if you can lift your armpits a little more towards the sky. Keep pushing the hands strongly down against the mat as you're still breathing. From here, very gently, you can start to drop your elbows down on the mat. And then lift, drop the elbows, and then lift. Final one like this, drop and lift, and then drop and stay. Now Sphinx pose. So just slide your heart through in between your arms, let the hips come down to the mat. Find your Sphinx shape. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Chest is open, crown of the head's lengthening up. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. One more like this. Deep inhale. Exhale. Good. From here, let the elbows go wide to the sides. Forehead come down to the earth. And then just come and turn onto your back. We're going to do a little bit of core work in here. So find yourself in the center of your mat. You're lying down on your back. Start to float your legs in a 90-degree angle going towards abdominal brace. So hands are going to be pushing against your thighs. Thighs are pushing back against your hands. See if you can bring the hands a little bit lower on the thighs so the elbows and shoulders are plugged down into the mat. If there's any gap in between the lower back and the mat in here, you don't want that either. So start to hug the navel into the spine. You really feel the activation on the core. This shape is quite a wild one because when you look at it, you're like, okay, there's not much happening. But if you are doing there with me, you know that there's a lot going on in here. So keep breathing with awareness, dragging all that energy that's being built in the center of your body towards the whole body. Last 3, last 2, keep the legs as they are. On 1, just interlace the hands behind your head, let the elbows go wide to the sides, and then float the head and shoulders away from the mat. From here, bring your right elbow to tap onto your left knee. Right leg maybe hovers down on the mat. And then we're going to switch. Left elbow, right knee. And then switch. And then keep switching from the right to the left and to one side and the other. Last 3, last 2, last 1. And then pause here in the center. Keep the knees bent. Option to stay with the head up, or you can bring the head back down. Maybe arms come alongside the body. But now we're going to scissor the legs. So extend the legs straight up to the sky and then hover your left leg down. And now switch and switch and keep going. Maybe the head and shoulders are still up with the hands behind. Keep going. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bridge pose. Soles of your feet down on the mat, arms alongside the body. Inhale, lift your hips up. And here you can start to bring the hands together underneath you, interlace the fingers. Really push the outsides of your hands and arms against the mat. Last 3, last 2. On 1, drop the hips back down. Good. From here, turn back down onto your belly, just so you can come into a downward facing dog. So plant your hands on the mat, tuck your toes, send your hips all the way up to the sky, and feel free to paddle out your legs once you get there. Still using this first few moments of practice, of course, to build some strength, but also to start building the relationship with the breath. If we're going to be talking about precision, about moving with awareness, the first thing we should be aware of is of what's going on with the breath. So pay attention, be present, and then pause the movement with the legs. The next time you inhale, reach your right leg straight up to the sky for a three-legged dog. Exhale, step your foot through, lower your back knee down. Take a breath in to reach both hands straight up to the sky. Anjaneyasana, low lunge. See if you can think about getting really long through the sides of the body, but still finding that core engagement. So the lower back is not just receiving all the weight of your upper body. There's strength in the core, giving a little bit of a sense of containment in here. Take one more breath. Good, and then start to reach opposite hand towards opposite elbows. Find a frame for your head. Final breath in. When you exhale, lean to the right side of your space. Inhale, meeting in the center. Exhale, lean to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, hands down. Extend your front legs, send your hips back, half splits. Good. We're doing a little bit of hamstring work in here. So start to flex your right toes, point them straight up to the sky. And then start to drop the toes to the right side and then to the left, to the right and to the left. Keep going. Last 3, 2, 1. Pause. The next time you inhale, easy twist. Rebend your front knee, left hand down, back knee up, right hand reach up to the sky. In here, see if you can feel the squeeze of both of your legs into the midline of your space. And then start to bring your right hand behind your head, behind your skull. Point your elbow up as you inhale. Exhale, elbow point down, round your spine. Inhale, reach the elbow back up. And then exhale, plant your hand down, step your front foot back, plank pose. Take a pause in this plank, push the floor away. Feel the shoulder blades spreading apart. Last inhale. When you exhale, lean forward, maybe knees come down for chaturanga, bend the elbows. Inhale, little baby cobra. Exhale, push up and back, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in and out. 2 more like that. Good. With the next inhale, lift your left leg up to the sky. Exhale, step your foot through, lower the right knee down. Let the arms go up when you inhale, Anjaneyasana. Take a little moment in here. See if you can gain a little more strength on the legs and send your hips a little more forward. You see that I'm not stacking the hip on the top of my right knee. The hip is a little further forward from the knee line. And then start to reach for opposite elbows. Inhale to stay in the center and lengthen up. Exhale, lean to the left. Inhale to the center. And exhale to the right. Inhale to the center. Plant the hands down, half splits, Ardha Hanumanasana. Hips hinge back. Flex your left toes, a little bend onto your left knee. And here we go, let's floss the hamstrings. So turn the toes, left, right, right. Keep going, last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Plant your left foot down, bend your left knee, easy twist. Back knee comes up, right hand stay low, left arm goes up. Nice and strong through the bottom hand. Top hand comes behind your skull. Inhale, lengthen the elbow up. When you exhale, round, maybe tap the elbow down. Inhale, re-extend the elbow up. And then plant your left hand down, step back, plank pose. And then move through a vinyasa however you want to get back to downward facing dog. 3 rounds of breath is what you have either in this downward dog or you can come into a child's pose if you need a little rest. Moving with awareness and precision, it also requires that we kind of keep that relationship within ourselves. What do we need from these 3 breaths? We need to stay in down dog. Do we need rest? Nice. If you were in child's pose, you can already start to make your way back to downward facing dog. We're going to keep moving. So the next time you inhale, reach your right leg straight up to the sky, but then now drop your left elbow down. See if you can keep your left hand, left elbow, and left shoulder all in the same line, so the elbow is not like pointing out to the side, okay? Push the elbow strongly down as if you were doing Sphinx pose. You can send your gaze all the way back. See if you can see your back toes, the flying toes. See if you can point them down towards the floor. Last breath in, out, and then float your shoulder up. Take a big step with your right foot through. Crescent lunge, rise. Yes. Arms reach up. Feel the strength into the legs, into the arms. And then go ahead and reach for opposite elbows. Inhale in the center. Exhale, lean to the right. Into the center. Exhale, left. Into the center. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Straighten up your front leg. Very long pyramid pose. You see that my back toes still flexed. I'm not dropping the heel down. And see if that helps you actually square your hips a little bit more in here. So the right side hip goes slightly back. Left side hip slightly forward. If you want to target the hamstrings a little bit more, you can start to flex your right toes. Point them straight up to your face at the best of your ability. Last breath. Good, and then with the next inhale, easy twist. Bend your right knee, left hand down, right hand up, and we're gonna start to add a few things in here. So bring your right hand behind your skull, point the elbow up as you inhale. Exhale, round, bring the elbow down. Inhale, re-extend the elbow. Exhale, elbow down and round. This time you pause and stay right here. Ground your left heel down, your back heel down. This is gonna become a side angle pose. So left hand goes up to the sky, right elbow to your thigh. Good. Get yourself in there. Bring a lot of awareness and strength onto your top arm. So spread your fingers wide. And then start to bring your top hand all the way up and overhead. See how my palm is flipping towards the front of my space. Good. Straight line from left fingers to outer left foot. Final breath in. When you exhale, reverse triangle. Extend your front leg. Left hand behind you. Right hand reach up and overhead. Claim all that space on the right side. Yes. And then from here, side plank pose on your left hand. So cartwheel the arms forward. Left hand goes down to the mat. Turn your whole body to face your right side. Right hand reach up. If you want a little more support in here, you can always drop your left knee down on the mat. But wherever you choose to be, option to extend your right leg up to the sky. Keep finding that strength. Okay, and then lower the leg back down. Now very slowly with so much awareness, right forearm is gonna come down to the mat. So slowly you turn, lower, 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 and come into a forearm side plank pose. Turn now your body to the left side, left hand reach up. Keep breathing, last 3, 2, 1, left forearm comes down. Stay in this forearm plank. We're gonna sway the whole body back and forth for 3, 2, 1. Pause. Drop your hips, Sphinx pose. Point your toes, inhale, lengthen the crown of the head up. When you exhale, elbows out, forehead down to the mat. Hands come underneath your shoulders. Tuck your toes. Take a breath in. Push yourself up into a plank pose. Maybe the knees stay down to help you. Breathe in. Breathe out. Push it back. Downward facing dog. Good. If you want to move through a vinyasa, you totally can. Otherwise, you're staying in this shape now for 5 breaths. Or, of course, come and take a rest in child's pose. Being very organized, very specific in the way that we're moving the body today. And then just take one more breath wherever you are. And let's meet in downward facing dog, our final left side before dolphin. All right, take an inhale, left leg straight up to the sky. And now gently with awareness, drop your right elbow down on the mat. Keep gazing back, point your top toes down to the mat. Push your right elbow down. Last breath in, out. And then float your elbow up. Step your left foot through. Rise, crescent lunge, reach up. Take your time. Once you get there though, start to reach for opposite elbows. Inhale, lengthen in the center. Exhale, lean to the left. Inhale to the center. Lean to the right. Inhale, center. Extend your front leg, long pyramid, hands come down. Good. Start by first squaring the hips. Left side hip goes back, right side hip goes forward. Flex your left toes, maybe pointing to the face if you want more hamstring work. Keep breathing. Feeling the strength on both of your legs and on the core as well. Good. With the next breath in, easy twist. So bend your left knee, right hand down, left arm up to the sky. And here we go with our flow. So left hand behind the skull, elbow point up, breathe in. Exhale, elbow down, round. Inhale, re-extend the elbow. And bring it down. This time you pause. Ground your right heel down. Left elbow to thigh, right hand to the sky, side angle, Parshva Konasana. Keep squeezing the shoulder blades together on the back side of your body. And then take a look at your palm. You're going to flip the palm towards the top of your mat and then bring your right hand up and over your head. Breathing to the right side of the body. Keep sending your hips more forward and down. Final breath. When you inhale, reverse triangle pose. Extend your front leg, left hand up and overhead, right hand behind you towards the back leg. And into side plank pose we go. So cartwheel the hands down. Right hand actually comes down to the mat. Left hand stays up. You step your feet together or bring your right knee down. But come into Vashisthasana. And then option to float your left leg up if you'd like. Reach, extend, gather the strength, and then lower the leg back down. Oh, sorry, plant. Okay, left forearm is gonna come down slowly to the mat. Take your time to do this transition, very important. Feel the plug of the shoulder as you squeeze the shoulder blades together and then peel the body open to the right. Forearm plank, final breath in, breath out. And then full forearm plank. Right forearm comes down. We're gonna sway back and forth. Last 3, last 2. On one pause, Sphinx pose. Hips come down, point your toes. Lengthen through the chest. Take a breath. Good, and then let the elbows go wide. Forehead down. And then tuck your toes. Hands come underneath your shoulders. You're gonna push yourself up into a plank pose. Get there. Good. Inhale. When you exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. If you want to take a vinyasa, totally optional. If you do, plank, lower chaturanga, inhale, back bend, push it up and back to downward dog. 3 rounds of lion's breath. So inhale through the nose, exhale, tongue out through the mouth. Breath in. Final one. Good. From here we go. Dolphin pose, everyone. Drop your elbows down, come into a forearm plank pose. Feel the strength into the core. See if you can think about breathing into the 3-part breath in here. So you're filling up the belly, the ribs, the chest. Keep that awareness and then start to crawl your tippy toes closer to the elbow. Let the hips go up, up, up to the sky. And you stop bringing the toes close to the elbows the moment you feel like you're rounding your spine or like collapsing onto the shoulders, okay? So keep pushing the elbows down, gazing back. Option in here to float your right leg up to the sky. Keep the toes, let the toes still point down to the mat. And then lower the right foot down. Left leg goes up. Reach. And then lower back down. Good. From here, let the knees come down. Come and find a seat onto your heels. Hands are gonna go behind you, interlace the fingers, let the elbows point back, open up the shoulders, and just breathe in here. A few rounds of breath. A lot of times it's so much easier to just rush into the transitions, but a lot of times we're missing the chance, missing the opportunity to really organize and stack the little pieces of our body on the top of each other, in alignment with each other, in a way that's going to feel a lot more supportive. So I hope you had the chance to feel that during today's practice. Last breath. Good. And then just bring your hands onto your lap. Find some head rolls, neck rolls, I guess. Just roll the head to one side and to the other. And then come back to center. Just go ahead and come to lie down on your back. We're going to start to wrap up today's practice. Well done. Okay, so once you come on your back, bring the knees into your chest. Give it a little squeeze. And then start to widen the knees. You can hold onto the kneecaps. You can hold onto the shins. Make sure that you can feel your lower back pushing against the mat, your shoulders pushing against the mat. Open up the heart, the chest. Give a slight tuck onto the chin so the neck is also long. Last breath. Good, and then from here, let your feet rest down, the soles of your feet rest down on the mat as wide as the mat. You can cactus your arms, and then just windshield wiper the legs side to side. Final breath in, and breath out. And then just let the legs go long, let the arms go long. Start to get ready for Shavasana. As you take a little bit of time to adjust your body in this final shape, I have a quick invite for you. I'm hosting a yoga retreat in my home country, Brazil, this year. You can find more information about that on the description below, and feel free to send me any questions you might have. But here in Shavasana, I recommend that you stay for at least 10 breaths so that you have enough time to really integrate the practice and let all the benefits of it really land into your body. And that's where I'm going to leave you today. Enjoy that you're practicing at home. Maybe you have even more time to stay in Shavasana. If you do, please stay. But I'll catch you on the next class. Thanks for joining me today. Namaste.